Morning. Yes, it is glorious. There, let's see. Do you see it? I never know if I get it. There's the sun to prove it. But I have 3 wicked climbs today, right out of the gate. Right now it's a little flat, so I'm taking advantage. But we've got Bear Mountain, followed by Race Mountain, followed by Everett Mountain. And Everett is described on the map as a grueling climb in both directions. So that'll be fun. And it's like one right after another. Well, okay. And it's going to be hot again today. We've had it good. I mean, I might start out low 60s. It gets to mid 60s, then high, maybe high 70s. It might touch 80, but then comes right back down, right? And the nights have been cool. It's been better sleeping. And then today, the heat is coming back with a vengeance. So I got up early, before 5, to see if I can't get these climbs out of the way early before the heat comes in. And then depending on the heat, we'll see what happens. Actually, I already know what's going to happen, and I will tell you because by the time my family sees this, they'll already know. But I am going to surprise my family today. I'm going home for a day. A few things. So we were trying to figure out how to get my family to visit me on the trail, right? I didn't ever want to leave trail. Ever. For anything, I didn't want to leave trail. But I have 4 children with 4 significant others. And some have children, then my husband. And trying to get 9 people and children to get your schedules to match, it's impossible. So my kids are already doing dinner with Dad on Monday nights. So my husband says, why don't I just come get you, bring you home? The kids are already going to be committed to that Monday night. You can surprise them. And I said, you know what? At first I did not want anything to do with that. I was like, no, it feels like cheating. No. But then I started thinking about it. I have this long list of things I want Neil to send me and swap out. So if he came to visit me, he'd have to bring all that with him, take it home. That's the easy part. It would probably take me 2 hours and lots of frustration trying to direct him to these things because they're not things I expected to swap out or want or need or whatever, or run out of, whatever. So I'm going to need to say, hey, honey, go here, go there. And he's going to say, I don't see it. And I said, you know what? There's a better argument for me going home. I can find my own stuff. I can decide. I can weigh it, decide what I really want to swap out. And then the coup d'etat. My mother got in a bad car wreck. She's fine. She came home from the hospital yesterday. She is in good spirits, but she got in a car wreck, and airbags do what airbags do. They saved her life, but she's an older woman, and she got a little beat up by the airbags. So I'm going to go visit her. It just sealed the deal. I'm going home for a day, but don't you fret. I will be back on trail. I think the plan, so it's a Sunday. It's day 97. Okay, day 97 on the trail. I'm going to do those 3 mountains, get to about, I think it's a 9-mile day for me today. Then Neil's going to pick me up. I'll spend the rest of the day, I'll go, shower, resupply, go visit my mom. Tomorrow, go through all my gear and everything and just relax. Tuesday, I think I'm going to have him bring me home like in the afternoon. Then there's a shelter only 2 miles in. I'll just pitch there and then start fresh. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. It's going to be like almost like 2 zeros. But quite frankly, I have never taken a legit 0 because I wanted to. Both zeros that I've taken so far were forced because of situations beyond my control. One, I really wanted to do that aqua blazing, and you had to sign up the night before, and it was too late when I arrived and at the hostel, blah, blah, blah. So in order to do it, and I wanted it that bad, had to take a 0 to sign up the day before and then go to the aquablazing. The second 0 was definitely not something I planned. I had planned to camp right after a river crossing, do 7 miles that next morning, and get a ride to a hostel. So it was a 0. But when I got to the river, it was raging. We had had a ton of rain, and it was not safe to pass. As a result, I had to take a reroute, which was the 7 miles I was going to do the next morning. It took me right to the place where I was getting picked up by the hostel. Okay, it was like a forced 0, but I did the miles the day before, right? So, but that actually worked out really well because that was the day that I was feeling, I had that stomach ache. So that actually worked out well. I got car sick and I just wasn't feeling 100%. So, if I'm going to have a 0 forced on me, oh God, the bugs, then that was a good day to have it. Oh, look at a sign. I don't know what it means to me, but not much. Summit of Bear Mountain, closed to camping. I promise I won't. Okay, so anyway, this will be it's going to be like virtually 2, because if I only do 2 miles, I mean, that is just too much of a 0 to call a 0. It's a 0. So it's going to be like doing 2 zeros. But you know what? I'm tired. I think I've noticed in the last handful of days, not most recently when the weather was better, I've actually felt better. I think the heat has a lot to do with it. But New York was just grueling. So many hills, so many steep hills, and the heat was out of control, and we were having a water scarcity problem. So I think that all plays into it, but I was starting to say, this is too much. I'm tired, and I'm not having fun some days, or not days. To say the whole day wasn't fun would be a lie, but I'm not loving it. And I didn't expect to love every second of it. But if I'm not having fun, then why am I doing it? So I think I know I've said this before. I said this early on, and then I just threw it out the window. But I think really, now that I'm in New England, I know New England mountains. I really think I'm going to start doing less miles. I know that's going to let my friends, they're going to race ahead. They're not going to cut back. So I was talking to Rorschach about my idea, and he goes, yeah, I think I'm going to cut back too. I'm only going to do 20. I'm like, oh, I am not doing 20. So that'll probably be the last I see of Rorschach. I'm not, we didn't set out yesterday, by the way. I may have said this, he's meeting his mom. He was only doing 6 miles, so he slept in. And anyway, so that's the plan for the next couple days. Yesterday, I went to the wicked, bougie, awesome farm to table. Outstanding. You must. And I didn't mention that from start to finish, it was an hour and 15 minutes, which seemed like a little excessive to me. But then I thought about it, and I'm like, Karen, it's a Saturday morning, and this place is great. Of course everybody's here. If you had come on a Thursday morning, it might not have been so packed. So, whatever. It was worth it. It fortified me, gave me the energy to tackle the day better than if I just had my little Cliff Bar and breakfast bar. But, yeah, I got to tell you, not now. My hand's falling off. In fact, I got to pause it because there's more I want to say, but my hand is falling off. So I'm going to pause it. And the deer fly just landed on my hand. Okay. Okay, so this is actually the summit of Bear Mountain. That's quite a cairn. And what's interesting is I see Wilson over there suggesting I'm supposed to climb the cairn. I don't do that in the White Mountains. Anyway, let me see over here. It's wicked hard to read. Let me see if I can read it for you. It says, this mountain marks the highest ground in Connecticut. I don't know what it's, 2854 feet elevation. I'm not sure. It's very worn. Built AD 1885. And then there's Owen something. I can't read it. Huh, interesting. Now, what's even more interesting is that this rock pile strikes me as rattlesnake country. So, I am thinking if I see one little face poking out at me, I am going to fly over this thing. Oh well, wish me luck. Here it goes. Okay, this is worth it. I'm on top of Rattlesnakeville, but look at this. Oh, it's hazy. Very, very hazy, but OMG, it is gorgeous. Let's go back closer. Oh my gosh, seriously. I know the climbs are not fun sometimes, but man, is it worth it. Well, most of them are worth it. All right, 2 more to go. Let's do it. So actually, in hindsight now, I don't think that Karen actually meant for me to come up here. I think it was just the only place to put it. Because actually, it looks like the trail wants me to go that way. Oh my gosh, look at that sky. Wow. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Like I said, onward. And another state down, I just crossed into Massachusetts. Sages Ravine. You are entering a very fragile environment. Help this area recover from overuse and abuse. Stay on trails and camp at designated sites only. Okay, I shall. Just walking the trail with a great big black bird that I don't know what it is. I don't know if you can still see it. I'm trying not to scare it. It's actually going a different direction. Where are you, big black bird? Look at that. Oh my God, he just moved a piece of bark with his beak. Aren't you huge? Was there a worm under that bark? Well, you're a smarty pants. All right, goodbye. Love you. Enjoy your breakfast. What a cutie. Oh my goodness, look at him hopping about. I can't even stop watching you. You're so darn cute. You are traveling through the homelands of the Mohican people, the indigenous inhabitants of this land. Please respect this land during your journey. Well, absolutely. Thank you for allowing us to pass through. I'm on what's called the Race Mountain Ledges. And this is the first view I come to. I mean, there's just no way for my phone to. This is incredible. Far Out says that I am on the summit, but there ain't a whole lot to see. Glad I got video before this. There are a lot of flies buzzing around though, whatever that's about. Okay, I think, I gotta check, but I think I go that way. Okay, so I'm about to meet Neil. It was a grueling day. I've got 3 out of 3 mountains done. I am going down the, the north side of Everett Mountain. And yes, it was grueling on the climb. But I just wanted to say one more thing about yesterday. While I was on the trail, I was at that spot where I said that I wanted to build a house right where I was standing. I met some of the nicest people. Only got a couple of names. One of the moms' names was Becky, and one of the children's names was Alfie. But they had 2 girls, 2 boys, and there was what appeared to me as 2 parents. So nice. They asked so many questions. The girls were asking such great questions. I was amazed. Oh, there's my husband. So I guess I'll add more later. Okay. I'm about to see my husband for the first time in God knows how long, like 97 days. Here he is, here he is, here he is. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Woo! Don't fall now, Karen. Oh my God. Oh. All right, let me hang up my phone. All right, so just wanted to quick put a cap on yesterday. After I saw my husband and everything, I didn't pick up the camera for the rest of the night, right? So, but I just wanted to say that when we got to the parking lot, I had asked this woman if she would take a picture of my husband and I, and she was so nice, and of course she agreed, like we do all the time. And but we got to talking, like, oh, you're a thru hiker, what are you doing, blah blah blah. And she was just so nice, and the guy she was with, so nice, asked a bunch of questions, was so excited for me. Anyway, I just wanted to do a shout out. I never got names. I hate myself for that again. I hate when I don't get names, but just wanted to say thank you for your enthusiasm and your encouragement, and it was really, really great talking with you. Anyway.